Okay, I was really back and forth on whether or not I wanted to make this video. I originally had another Jurassic Park video planned that I was going to do instead of this one, but I did really want to talk about this movie, and ultimately I thought it was best to just delay the other Jurassic Park video for now. But anyways, as you all know, Jurassic World Dominion has finally been released. The conclusion to the 6 Jurassic films, featuring the regular cast of characters from the first 2 Jurassic World films, while also introducing some new ones, and also bringing back some old characters from the original Jurassic Park trilogy, such as Alan Grant, Ellie Sattler, and of course, Dr. Ian Malcolm. Being a big fan of the Jurassic Park franchise, I obviously was really excited to see what this film had to offer. Being the conclusion to the 6 Jurassic film, while also featuring returning characters from the first 3 movies, and of course now seeing dinosaurs out in the real world, which was set up at the end of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Now having seen the film, fully processing my thoughts, I am going to be completely honest here. The film felt very underwhelming for me and kind of disappointing. The premise was mostly set up in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, but honestly, the way they executed it here was not that great. It's kind of baffling that they took this amazing premise of dinosaurs all over the world and they sort of mess it up, honestly. And what frustrates me is that they don't even really focus on that in this movie whatsoever. Most of the marketing was promoting the movie being about dinosaurs in the real world. There was the Battle at Big Rock short film, the amazing prologue scene where we see dinosaurs 65 million years ago, and with that we have Rexy attacking a drive-in theater. This is honestly what should have been the opening scene, seeing dinosaurs 65 million years ago, and then we go to present day where we see Rexy attacking a drive-in theater and just see how humans are dealing with dinosaurs in the real world. And of course, not just being stuck on an island. And it's really upsetting that the movie doesn't really focus on this at all. The dinosaurs are really in the background. They're not the main central point of the story at all. Blue is barely in this movie. He only has a couple minutes of screen time and he's not essential to the plot too much. And that's weird because Blue is such a big part of the Jurassic World films. Instead of focusing on the dinosaurs, the story really focuses on this mutant locust plot, which in my opinion just didn't need to be there. This was the plotline that the original characters follow, and though it was great seeing them interact and everything, the plotline itself just felt unnecessary and didn't really feel like Jurassic Park. The other plotline where we follow Owen and Claire, where they try to find and rescue Macy and Blue's baby Beta from DODSON, was okay. I didn't think it was the absolute greatest in my opinion. The Malta scenes were okay for the most part. The main thing I did really like though was seeing the dinosaurs on the black market, which I feel like could have been explored a bit more. Then of course at the end of the film we see the old characters and the new characters interact, and honestly I did really love seeing that. That was one of the better parts of the whole movie, was seeing the old cast and the new cast interact, working together, and honestly it was amazing to see. Aside from some good character moments, the story just feels like it doesn't have much direction. The dinosaurs aren't really relevant, they're mostly just in the background and are not essential to the plot much at all. In general, the film just doesn't really feel like a Jurassic Park movie. Action scenes I thought for the most part were pretty decent. Like the Pyroraptor scene I did actually really like. The Malta chase scene, however, I felt did not feel like it belonged in Jurassic Park too much. The final battle I did feel was a bit underwhelming, honestly, especially since this was the final battle of all 6 Jurassic Park films. Seeing the old characters and the new characters team up was great. I did really love that, but at the same time I just felt for the most part it was a bit underwhelming, especially with the Giganotosaurus, which we'll get into later. And also the fight between the T-Rex and the Giganotosaurus was honestly not as good as the fight between the T-Rex and the Indominus Rex at the end of the first Jurassic World movie. Though I will admit, I did get chills when we saw the victory of the T-Rex and the... wait a sec. What's the dude's name again? Therizinosaurus. Okay, just in case we forget his name again, let's just call him Long Nails Dude. But seeing the T-Rex and the Therizinosaurus have victory over the Giganotosaurus honestly did give me chills. Characters for the most part I thought were pretty good, and they did have some great moments throughout the movie. I love seeing old characters returning and interacting with the new characters. Some characters, though, I really was not a fan of, especially Dr. Henry Wu. The way Dr. Henry Wu's character is executed here, honestly, I was not a fan of. He had so much potential, but it was all wasted in my opinion. I actually did think this movie was finally going to kill him off, but of course he ends up living in the end. His character could have been so much more, but honestly he doesn't have a satisfying conclusion and there was so much wasted potential with him. The villains of the movie also, the new big bad dino and the main human villain, honestly are some of my least favorite Jurassic Park villains. The main villain, Peter Parker's dad, I mean the CEO of Apple, I mean DODSON. Of course, Louis DODSON is the one who hired Dennis Nedry to smuggle some dinosaur embryos off of Isla Nublar back in the 1993 Jurassic Park movie. Of course, Dennis does fail and has a nice encounter with the lovely Dilophosaurus. Sure, it was great seeing him as the villain here, but I felt he was very underutilized and he was kind of forgettable in my opinion. But probably the most disappointing part of this movie for me, besides how the story went, is definitely the big bad dinosaur of the movie, the Giganotosaurus. Giganotosaurus, they say it two ways. I prefer Giganotosaurus. The Giganotosaurus was honestly so unutilized in this movie. They describe him as the biggest carnivore the world has ever seen. Really, we don't see much of him at all, and we don't even see any reason to fear him much. He barely had any minutes of screen time. He didn't do much of anything at all, really. And it's still so funny that the director describes the Giganotosaurus as the Jurassic Park's version of the Joker. I'm sorry, but can you tell me where in the world do you see the Joker in this thing? Come on, guys. Like, this is no Joker. Also, our poor old buddy, the Spinosaurus, didn't even make a single appearance in this film, sadly. This would have been a great opportunity to finally put him in here, as a lot of people theorize that he would appear in this movie. And sadly, he doesn't appear, which is honestly wasted potential. They could have done something great with the Spinosaurus in this film. Even with all the negativity I've said about this movie, I don't hate it. I don't think it's a horrible movie at all. It just felt so underwhelming. This had the potential to be such an epic conclusion to the 6 Jurassic Park films, but it ended up being pretty disappointing to me. The dinosaurs are not even that relevant, they're just in the background. The mutant locust plot was kind of unnecessary for me, and the Giganotosaurus as the big bad dinosaur was not great at all. And I won't lie, this film is sort of special to me since I did go see this with my sister the day before she left for college, so it is sort of special for me in that way. Overall, I don't hate this movie. It has some fun moments, great scenes with characters with the old cast and the new cast, and did have some decent action scenes. But the story was not executed well. The villain is very lackluster. The new big bad dino was not utilized well. And really, the film does not feel like an epic conclusion to the Jurassic Park franchise. Just want to quickly thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys did really enjoy it. This video was a video I was pretty back and forth on whether or not I wanted to do, but ultimately I was like, why not, you know, give out my thoughts on Jurassic World Dominion. Be sure to like the video and comment down below your thoughts on Jurassic World Dominion. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Are you mixed on it? Like I said, for me, I had a fun time with it, just, you know, it ended up being pretty disappointing for me. And also subscribe with notifications on and be notified when all new videos come to the channel. And I just want to say sorry for my absence over the last 2 weeks. I was pretty busy, so I wasn't able to make any videos. But as you saw, I did get a Ninjago Crystallized trailer breakdown video out recently, so I plan on having at least 1 or 2 more videos out this week to make up for my absence, so stay tuned for that. And I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I'll see you guys later. Have a good day. I love you guys. Peace out.